We are going to look out another interesting chart called Toronto chart. And this chart is useful when you have a two data set to compare it. This chart, Toronto chart, can be very handy and useful. For example, let's say we have a stock of chair of story A and B. If you wanted to compare, and you can do it, right? I have given the random functions here, and anytime in the value get changed dynamically, the chart getting updated. I've used two different chart. You can use one of the chart, or depend upon your situations and whatever you like, you can use one of the chart as such. So to do that, you need to follow only 6 basic steps. This step I will keep it in the description so that you can follow it. Let's go ahead and create from the scratch. What I'm doing it, I'm gonna create the another copy, right? So now this has been created. So one of the prerequisite is that maybe I'll just delete the entire values. So 1 second, I will keep it like 15.1, and I will delete two of the values, and also will delete the instruction also as well, right? Okay. So one of the requests prerequisite is that to create the Tonality chart, one value should be negative, right? So there are two ways to do it. For example, let's say you have some values. Let's say I'm just creating some values here, 10 to 20. And these values, all you have to do is that, let's say you are converting into positive values. I mean, the values, I'm just converting into absolute values. Okay. So from there, what you need to do is that you need to select this -1, because it has to be -1, and select this data and go to this data set, and you can give Control Alt and V. That means we are pasting it. So we can paste this value. So just select this data, Control C, and we can do Control V, Control Alt V, right? So, and then you can multiply this. This value should be multiplied, and you can see all the values are being multiplied by -1. This is one way. Another way which I have done is that random functions, and the random function I'm invoking minus here, automatically it will give minus value, right? So this is how one of the two ways we can do it. So let's go ahead and create the data set. And from the table, you can go to insert and go to a recommended chart. And in that, you can go to, so you can go to this 2D chart. One of the two ways we can do, you can go to all chart. This is one way. Another way is that you can select this bar chart, and then you can select the 2D chart, right? Right. So there are two things we can do. We can just, for example, I'm just selecting 2D chart. Just select this one. So the third step is that once you selected this one, you can remove all this value, 1, 2, 3, and this we can just keep it like, I'm just giving Arial throughout the chart. Okay, and equal to, this is the chart value, turn on the chart. So we don't need this value to be here, right? So all you can do is you can go to format, and you can go to label, because this is a label, and you can give access distance. Label position should be low. So when you give low, what will happen? It will go to the right corner, right? This is one. Another thing what we need to do is that we need to have the values, right? So to do that, so what you can do is that, so automatically this has been there. You can just click data labels. Just click that. I mean, you can altogether, you can do it from here. Just click the data labels. Okay, now both the values are there. So I will keep it here. A couple of things like we can do it. So we can go to format, and then sorry, design, and then this is the value we have already done it, right? So data labels, and make sure that it is there in the base end, right? And you can give this value as white. And similarly, I will just click here, and similar the same thing, format, sorry, design, and then data labels, sorry, data labels, of course. This is end. Again, I'm gonna give this as a white value. So yeah, this is done. So notice that this value is there in negative, right? We don't need to show as negative, right? To do that, what we need to go, you need to go to the number, and go to customs. In the customs, you have different format is coming up. So maybe we can just select this. And here, notice that we don't need the decimal value. You can just click here, Okay, this is already done, right? So this is all the negative value has been removed, right? So you can see in any time when you change this value, automatically this is getting updated. So one of the other things you can do is that you can just make sure that the width you can reduce. So the more width you reduce, it will come closer, right? Maybe I will keep it like 30. So now you can see that this has come well, right? Anytime when you change it, automatically this is getting changed. But this line I don't want to show. What you can do is that you can go here and you can give no line, right? So this line is still there. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to give here and no line, right? And this line is, yeah, no fit. Sorry, this is okay. I mean, I'll undo it, and then all I'm going is I'm just giving no line. So this has been done. This is one of the ways we can do it. Another way is that this is the same thing which you want. We can copy and paste this chart. Sorry, we can copy this chart and paste it here, right? And now let's assume that we don't need this bar, right? Instead of that, we need like stylish one. How what we can do? We can select two of the chart. For example, let's say I'm just selecting, going to insert, have a shape. Some shape I can take it, maybe rectangular. This shape I can take it, and then go to this, and then selecting this data. Make sure that this has to have that shape outline. Shape outline, I will make it very, very thin, right? The same thing, I will copy paste. So another data set, and now I will give another color. Maybe I can give as orange color example. Okay, orange is not visible here, so maybe I can give blue, right? So this is for a story I can use, copy and paste it here, right? And then similarly copy, paste it here, and then you know that step how to do it, right? So right click on this, and you can go to data series, and then stack. This is stacked, so automatically it has been stacked. Or if you wanted to give a width, you can give, for example, each bin represent as 10, you can give 10, right? So this is also a cool way to do it. Similarly, right click and do it, and you can go here, stack. You can do a stack, or you can give width. For example, let me give width, so it will be look good. So I will just give here. So the same thing. So now this small change I will do. I'll keep it at the end. So to do that, right click on this data, and I will keep inside end. And this also I will keep it inside end. For this chart, this may look better, right? Inside end. So you can see here, so every time when I change this data set, maybe I will change the color also. Maybe I can use gray color. The shape outline, I'm just changing into gray, and gray versus white may look good, right? So you can see this has been updated. And again, this line is there, which we don't need. We can simply delete this line. And here also we can delete this line. And yeah, this line also we can delete. Yeah. Okay. Or right click, format access, and here we don't need have line, right? This has also been removed. Okay, now you see that every time when I change this data, so automatically Toronto chart is getting updated, right? So here also it's getting updated. I hope you find it useful. Please do like, share, subscribe my channel. You have wonderful day ahead.